I wanted to share with you some things about something that we recite all the time, something that we say all the time, and we overlook, I would argue, all the time. And that is the gift of Allah that He revealed to all of us, and that is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. There is so much that can be said about Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, but I hope to share a few things with you today. The first of them is obviously the most common that you might be familiar with, is in the name of Allah. That's how it begins, in the name of Allah. We'll get to ar-Rahman ar-Rahim in a little bit. But when you say in the name of Allah, it's the Arabic word ism that has been translated as name. But actually the Arabic word ism comes from the original wasam. And wasama in Arabic as a verb means two things. It means a mark, some kind of brand, like sometimes they would have animals, anybody's horse, it could be there's a lot of white horses, and is it mine or is it yours? So they would put a brand on the horse. So now I know this one's mine. So it's a mark that distinguishes this horse from every other horse. Similarly, there are twins. I don't know which, is this Abdullah or Abdul Kareem? I don't know which one. One of them has a birthmark. That's his wasam. A mark that distinguishes someone, that you can't confuse them with anybody else now. That's actually one of the meanings of wasam. And the other meaning of wasam is actually comes from wasama, and from it you get words like wasim and wisam, which means beauty. In other words, not only is there a mark, but it's a mark of beauty. Those are two things that come within that word. When we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we're acknowledging something about Allah. That every one of His qualities, everything that He does, is something that's unique to Him. It cannot be confused with anyone else. The way Allah shows mercy, the way Allah guides, the way Allah provides, the way Allah plans, the way Allah does anything that He does is unique to Him. It cannot be compared. That is His unique mark. That's the first thing. But the second thing also is that everything Allah does, whether you understand it and I understand it or not, has beauty in it. Everything Allah does has beauty in it. And that's just inside when we just invoke the name Ism. But now let's take this a step further. When we say in the name of Allah, instead of just saying, you're just mentioning Allah, just calling on Allah, but actually invoking the name of Allah, and actually by invoking the name, the uniqueness of Allah and the beauty of all of the qualities of Allah, we're actually, like Imam al-Alusi rahimahullah commented, al-ba'u lil-isti'ana, that you're asking Allah's help. When you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, you're actually asking Allah's help. But human beings need different kinds of help. When you're sick, you need someone to cure you. When you're tired, you need someone to help you. When you're confused, you need someone to clarify for you. When you don't know, you need someone to educate you. When you're lost, you need someone to guide you. It's not one kind of help. If you're hungry, you don't need to be educated right now, you need to be fed. It's a different kind of help. So when you ask Allah for help, then at a different occasion, you need a different kind of help. And of course, every one of Allah's names provides a different kind of help. When Allah calls Himself Al-Hadi, the one who guides, then of course the help He will give us, that He'll guide us. When He calls Himself the provider, Ar-Razaq, Ar-Raziq and Ar-Razaq, the one who provides over and over again, then obviously He's in that name, He's going to be giving me provision. When He calls Himself Dhul Quwwatil Mateen, the one who has extended might, extended power, then I need strength, I'm weak. And I'm going to call on Allah's power to grant me some of that power myself, so I can accomplish what I need to do. So every one of Allah's names gives us a different kind of help. But when I wake up in the morning, and I'm just getting out of bed, and out of my mouth comes Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, just like that, I just say, I don't think about which name do I need right now. Do I need Allah to give me the strength to get up? Do I need Allah to guide me this morning? Do I need Allah to help me plan my day? Do I need Allah to provide me halal rizq? Do I need Allah to provide me peace in my family and security? Which name of Allah should I call on? And it is the gift of Allah that by using just the word ism, it is all of the names of Allah, all of the unique qualities of Allah, all of the beautiful things about Allah that you included just inside the word ism, whether you thought of all of those names or not. This is the mercy of Allah. I could not have thought of all of the things that I need from Him, because I don't need one thing, I need too many things. I'm in too much need. And so I can't even think of all of those names. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا, He says. For Allah, they're the most beautiful names. Call Him by all of those beautiful names. But how many people are going to learn all the names of Allah? Not everybody will know all the names of Allah, but we need all of them. So Allah gave us a gift. When we say Bismillah, just Bismillah, we've already called upon all of Allah's names. The one you will ever learn and the one you will never learn, all of them been included. Subhanallah. And that's a gift of Allah Azza wa Jal when we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. But when I wake up in the morning, and And I'm just getting out of bed, and out of my mouth comes Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, just like that. Just like that, I just say, I don't think about which name do I need right now. Do I need Allah to give me the strength to get up? Do I need Allah to guide me this morning? Do I need Allah to, to help me plan my day? Do I need Allah to provide me halal rizq? Do I need Allah to provide me peace in my family and security? Which name of Allah should I call on? And it is the gift of Allah that by using just the word ism, it is all of the names of Allah, all of the unique qualities of Allah, all of the beautiful things about Allah that you included just inside the word ism, whether you thought of all of those names or not. This is the mercy of Allah. I could not have thought of all of the things that I need from Him. Because I don't need one thing, I need too many things. I'm in too much need. And so I can't even think of all of those names. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا, He says. For Allah, they're the most beautiful names. Call Him by all of those beautiful names. But how many people are going to learn all the names of Allah? Not everybody will know all the names of Allah, but we need all of them. So Allah gave us a gift. When we say Bismillah, just Bismillah, we've already called upon all of Allah's names. The one you will ever learn and the one you will never learn, all of them been included. Subhanallah. And that's a gift of Allah Azza wa Jal when we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now, the second thing on this point, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. Sometimes to appreciate what Allah does for you and me, because what He does is unique. Sometimes it's healthy to make a comparison how we deal with each other. There's a father, or a mother even, and she pours her love out on her child. She takes care of this child even before the child is born. This kid is inside her stomach, causing her pain, destroying her body from within, and all she does is make dua for him. When will you ever find another human being, all you do is cause them pain? Every day goes by, the womb gets heavier and heavier. Now she's throwing up even more and more and more. Food starts tasting like paper. She can't even sit down straight. Her back hurts all the time. She's even hurting when she's sleeping. She has to and she's worried about her, and she's hungry all the time because the baby takes all the food. And it doesn't even taste good for her to eat. This creature causes her pain upon pain upon pain. وَهْنًا عَلَى وَهْن كَمَا يَقُولُ الْقُرْآنِ. Subhanallah. Weakness on top of weakness. Burden on top of burden. And yet all she does is her love keeps increasing. Her love doesn't go down, it keeps increasing. It doesn't say, enough already, child. I had enough. I've been dealing with you for 6 months. There's 3 more months to go. She doesn't do that. Her du'as start increasing. She comes to the imam and says, which surah can I recite so my baby can hear it? And then the baby comes out and almost kills her. Almost kills her. She bleeds almost to death. And instead of, when will you ever have someone that bleeds you? That almost kills you? And the first thing you want to do is take care of them and hug them and feed them. That's your mother. That's what she does. And that's just what she did at birth. What the love that she's given you, the support that she's given you, even when you're an adult, so many of you, there's no one you can talk to and you'll talk to your mother. There's no one who will understand you, your mother will understand you. There's no one who will feel your pain, your mother will feel your pain. That's not just when we were babies, even when you're 50 years old, it doesn't matter. And that mother, somebody goes to her, the son goes to her and says, Mom, you're so great. You make such good roti. Please help me. And the mother's thinking, that's all I'm good for? I've done nothing else for you but make roti? That's the one thing that came in your mind? All the other sacrifices I made? I took, 5 different trains and 3 different buses to get a job so you can go to college and all you can thank me is you made roti the other day? That's all that came in your mind? How ungrateful are you? She doesn't say it, but she feels it. She doesn't say it, she still loves you. But you and I, no matter how hard we try, we can never acknowledge the goodness of our mother. We can't do it. If we were to call on Allah with one name, imagine you called on Allah, Ya Razzaq, Bismillah Razzaq. I just call on Allah the name of Razzaq, that's it. Then you're only appreciating what about Allah that He provided for you. But you didn't appreciate that He guides you. You didn't appreciate that He protects you. You didn't appreciate that He secures you and gives you good people in your life. You didn't appreciate that He gives you knowledge. You didn't appreciate that He made you Muslim. That He gave you your health. That He gave you your job. You didn't appreciate any of those things. You just reduced everything about Allah to one of the things He does. One of them. And Allah kept us from reducing Allah Himself subhanahu wa ta'ala because that's offensive. We wouldn't even know. وَيُعَلِّمُكُمْ مَا لَمْ تَكُونُوا تَعْلَمُونَ. He taught you what you couldn't have even known. We would have even been praising Allah and it would have been offensive because it's just not enough. So He gave us Bismillah. He gave us this phrase. And now when you call on that phrase, the believer is supposed to become filled with gratitude. We're supposed to be overwhelmed in how much and how many ways Allah helps us. And how many ways Allah provides us. There are no other relationships like this one. I go to my teacher for knowledge. I go to my parents for support. And when I'm young, for provision. I go to my spouse for emotional support and love. I go to different people for different things. But to Allah, you go to Him for all things. You go to Him for everything. There's not one thing that is missing when you and I turn to Allah. So that's the first part of the equation. Bismillah.